Perfectionism and good people. It's a weighty, heavy duty topic that I gotta express my inspiration in making it first. My inspiration in making this video is crystal geode candles made by a Canadian fairy. You can see where this video is going. It's going to be a wholesome, carefree video, if you will, that I'm gonna take my sweet time with. It's probably gonna be 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, weeks, or months, or years. So I'm going to just let it all sink in, if you will. So I mentioned you, Steph, and you're a nice young Canadian lady in your house making candles with the camera on in your live TikTok. And the whole atmosphere is wholesome and nice, but it really made me feel pain. Actually, I really felt it was painful when you kept kind of apologizing for what you have created, those nice crystal geode candles. So I really felt bad, to be honest. And I think that it's fine that people judge their creations and they critic and become their own critic, and that's healthy. That's nothing wrong with that. But I think you really went too hard on yourself. So it inspired me to create this mind map and to talk about this whole topic. So yeah, let's begin. First of all, I think that you are a good person, and good people often carry the responsibility, if you will, or the burden of perfectionism, and it can be actually a burden. And I think that when you care about someone, when you love someone, and you want to, let's say, give this person a birthday gift, you want to do the very best that you can do, all right? But sometimes we become so hard on ourselves that it actually mess up the gift itself. So I think that we need to meditate or contemplate perfection itself. So it is a problem that good, honest people have. So a good intentions compass is perfection. So perfection is a good intentions compass. It's not its measuring stick. It's compass, and that's so relieving, because it does not mean that we use it to judge ourselves painfully and judge what we have created painfully. It's our compass, meaning that there is a free range in reaching that destination, and when we reach that destination, it's going to relocate to another destination. And that's how people naturally upgrade their skills. So that's why it aligns with everything good. So because you're moving towards perfectionism, as you are moving towards perfectionism, as you move towards perfection, not perfectionism, as you move towards perfection itself, you're going to align with everything that is functional, practical, and good, and harmonious, and warm, and kind, and nice. Because people think that nice people are not pragmatic. Actually, they are. They're very pragmatic. Because as long as you want to treat everybody nicely, including yourself, you're going to just nonchalantly avoid trouble. All right? Right. Reaching its full potential, meaning perfection, is never possible because it keeps expanding. It's like when you say, when you're cooking something, all right, and you're good at it, over and over and over again, you're going to detect tiny little minute details that you want to like completely be perfect at it. And that will open up other possibilities. As long as you are rewarding yourself and you are rewarded by how good your intention is, not how perfect your job is, then this is going to be a blessing, not a curse at all. Because this means that your good intention is finding more room for creativity, and that's actually gives us room to breathe. That's not constraining at all. That's the opposite of being constraining. So, as long as we acknowledge the fact that our intention is good and we're doing it as good people, then perfection itself is going to be the guide that we want. We don't want to like deny having things that are perfect in life because we're not messy. And again, good people just don't align with messiness. And I think it's so classic when people compare angels and devils. Angels are forever in line with harmony, serenity, with being harmonious and being just on beat, as they say. It's not in a constraining way, but in a creative way as well. So it's just beautiful, and that's what beauty is. Beauty is all about alignment. But the devil, represented by fire, it's messy, it exhausts itself out, and it's random, and it's annoying and wasteful. And I think this is now the perfect opportunity to go to point number 2. Changing the goalpost. And that's when it becomes a burden. That when you say to yourself, my goalpost is to give my friend a nice gift, all right? So it's a watch, for example, all right? This guy or this girl, whatever, like a person we want to give, all right? So I bought him a watch that has a cupcake theme to it, so it's wholesome, cute, and nice. It's really not that expensive, so that we don't embarrass him or her. All right. So with a nice little message, and it's wrapped. We wrapped that gift. All right, with wrapping paper that has a cupcake theme to it, because that person loves cupcakes. All right. And yeah, that's it. So as we're doing that, we change the goalpost. We say, no, how about it's a more expensive watch? No, how about it's football themed? Oh, how about it's this and that? And we keep changing the goalpost, then it's going to be painful. So we ought to set the goalpost in the beginning. We say, all right, let's do this, and then do it. But if we keep changing the goalpost and we keep being judgmental to ourselves, then that's just not nice. The jungle to a farm example is that nature itself appears to be messy, but jungles are actually the best efficient functional machine there ever is in our whole entire planet. It looks messy, but it's not. So when we want to create a farm, we barricade it, we clean things up, we use what is productive to the kind of fruits or vegetables that we want to produce, and that's it. So the messiness of the whole causality of our situation appears to be random, but it is not. All we are trying to do is to create our little wholesome, cute farm. All right. So perfectionism can be a perfect waste of time. All right. That's point number 4. When it is a burden, when it becomes a perfect waste of time. All right, good enough. And when does it become a perfect waste of time? When we say good enough is a defeat. When we think good enough is a defeat. Good enough is never a defeat. Let's say within the grand scheme of things, it's not. It's like when you read a poem and you just read 2 separate words from it, and you say this whole entire poem does not make sense. But if you read it in context, it's going to make perfect sense. So that's when we do these little things in our lives, and we just makes us feel disappointed about it all, even though that it's actually the good intention that counts. And that's how God is very much so merciful, because the beginning of our actions is measured or judged by our intention. And that's so relieving. And have a nice day. Thank you for everything. My little sister made this.